Hey family, what's going on? Klaus here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in because today we're starting a brand new series on the channel. This is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Now, for those of you that don't know this game, and I doubt there are very many of you out there that don't know this game, but if you don't know this game, this is the fourth installment of the Elder Scrolls game, and Elder Scrolls 5, as probably everybody knows, is Skyrim. So this is the prequel to Skyrim. It takes place in the land of Cyrodiil, which is south of Skyrim, and it's just a fantastic game. It was released in March of 2006. So in March of this year, 2018, it will be 12 years old, and I believe that this game has aged extremely well, better than most games from its time, and it is one of my most favorite games of all time. I was 14 when I played it for the first time. It was the first game where I was ever actually able to steal stuff, and first thing I did whenever I got out of the starting games, I went to the prison, stole a book off the jailer's desk, and he was like, no, you can't do that. So he sent me to jail. It was fantastic. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna start this fantastic series. I love Oblivion, my favorite game of all time. And if you haven't seen the intro, which is kind of like the cinematic at the beginning of the game, then I've actually uploaded that onto the channel that went live last week. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. I can't wait, guys. Favorite game of all time, probably. Let's take in the moment. Let's go. Start a new game. Yes! I love it. Alright guys, so if you watched that cinematic in the first episode, I just rewatched it, by the way. It's beautiful. The voice, Patrick Stewart himself. If you don't know him, that's Professor X from X-Men. That is Captain Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek Next Generation. And he's been in a million other movies, so check it out if you want to on some sort of website on the internet. But we need to make our character today, and as per tradition, of course, we're going to name ourselves well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to name ourselves. Klaus himself. Now, I used to pick a bunch of random names, but sticking to something consistent is probably good for me anyway. So here we go, Klaus. Now, I have this tradition of choosing the... No, not female. Not female, male. I had this tradition of choosing the Nord characters, but just to give a quick explanation of all the different races that you can be, the Imperials are the natives of the civilized cosmopolitan province of Cyrodiil. Basically, they're the crafty ones, they're the smart ones, they're the well-spoken ones. Khajiits are very athletic, and by the way, sorry about, just covering up the guy's face, but that's just the way it is. The Khajiits are the athletic ones and also very agility-based. The Nords are the big, fair-haired, strong guys. Are also resistant to ice. There is also the orcs, who are also the big strong guys, but are probably more strong and better at hand-to-hand combat than anybody else. The red guards, same thing, but they're more of a skill-based and less a brute force than the orcs. We've got the wood elves, which are the smaller, the bosmers they're called, and they're pretty well known as being nimble, good with bow and arrow. We've also got the Argonians. These guys resistant to disease, they can swim, they can breathe underwater, are just overall awesome. And then we have the Bretons, who are the magic users, but they're also very, what does it say, skilled with summoning and healing magic, but they're pretty good at, they're good overall. And then we have the Dark Elves, which are known as the Dunmer, and they're just very good at destruction magic and also using the bow as well. And then lastly, I think lastly is the High Elves, the Altmer. They're very tall as well. They're just very, very gifted with all sorts of magic. And then we come back to Imperials. So as per tradition, I'm going to choose the Nord, and I like the Nord. I'm tall. I'm a tall guy, so whenever you pick a taller character, you have a higher perspective. Whenever you pick a shorter character, you have a lower perspective. I think the shortest character you could choose is a female wood elf. The tallest character you can choose is a male Nord or a male Altmer. I think the Altmer, again, the High Elves might be taller. I'm not sure, but that's not the only reason I choose the Nords. I just like them. I don't know. This is just the way it is. So that is going to be me. Let's choose a... They don't have any presets this time. Let's just pick that face. I mean, we hardly ever see the face anyway, but I do want to affect and change the hair. I don't like that windbound look. So what do we have? We have the oil. Ooh, that's kind of cool. We have the, oh, that's perfect. We're thinning. Military, very short, headband, okay. Natural. Now, I usually go with natural. I do like the natural look. Loose is good too. Gathered, yeah, that's probably not gonna work out. Ponytail, and then I think we're coming back to kind of where we started. So let's just go back to the natural look. I do like the natural look very much. I like the light brown, and then we'll keep the length. Actually, let's go with the longer length. I don't know why, I just kind of like the way that looks. So that is my guy's hair. Eyes, I mean, I've got these blue eyes. We might as well kind of go with traditional. He'll go with blue eyes. Age is no, let's make him a little bit younger. We don't want to go too young, but we don't want to go you know, super oldie. Let's go one more right there. Okay, and then complexion, that's fine too. Now, unfortunately, we can't pick facial hair. You can give him like a shadow, but that's okay. You know, being clean cut. Maybe Nords can't grow beards. I don't know. I mean, I know in Skyrim they can, but maybe the Nords that came down to Cyrodiil lost that somehow. But anyway, are you sure you want to be a Nord? Of course I do. Use the left stick to move around, right stick turns you. Cool. Very traditional game controls. Looks like we're in a prison.
My, you're a big one. A Nord, I'd guess, right? So strong. But you can't bend steel, can you, boy? You can't do anything to get out of here. And those big muscles? They're going to waste away. When the end comes, you won't even have the strength to cry for your mother. That's right. You're going to die in here. You hear me, Nord? You're going to die in here. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Morris, lock that door behind us.
Yes, sir. My sons, they're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
My job right now is to get you to safety. What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
And by the window. Got it.
No sign of pursuit.
Stay put,
Good.
prisoner.
Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
Wait. What are you talking about? What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Huh. Well, I'm having a hard time with my memory. Who are you again?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Okay. Any idea why I'm in jail? I have no idea.
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
Awesome. What should I do now then?
You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
This guy's just staring us down.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Looks like this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
There we go. Okay, well, by the way, just a disclosure, we're gonna end up killing that dude because he's a total punk. But all right, so we spawned in the prison and there's dead bones. There's bones in here. This is just not sanitary. This is not a way to treat your prisoners. We need to have a chat with the city council here in the Imperial city. But anyway, the escape out of the city where the actual emperor of Cyrodiil just made his way out. We had a chat with him. By the way, that's the voice of, yet again, Patrick Stewart. Gotta love Patrick Stewart. And so now what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to escape this prison through this escape route. And of course he says, hey, you know, just stay out of our way and you can follow us.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
Protect yourself.
I don't have a weapon. How do I protect myself? Let's just watch these guys. Those guys look evil, by the way. Look at those red hoods. That is just terrible. Could you guys kill them or? Oh, wait. Oh, excuse me.
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
She's dead. Sorry, sire, but we have to keep moving.
There's trouble ahead.
I believe there's trouble ahead. Okay, well,
Don't
looks
know
like
if it's too late to go back now. Don't worry, sire. We will get you out of here.
They won't be the first to underestimate the blades. I'll take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Whoa, 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 hey. Okay, to ready your weapon or fist, blah, 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 blah. Are you seriously gonna leave me here? Wait. I need a key. Okay, I don't have a key. Ah, there's a giant rat! 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 Ah, okay, here's a sword. Here's a torch. Let's pull out our sword. I need a sword. There's a giant rat. I mean, I could probably punch the rat to death, but it just doesn't seem near as efficient as, say, pulling out a sword and slicing the thing. Oh, whoa, 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 there's two of them. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Okay, so the difficulty was set on like 1/3. I'm just gonna put it directly in the middle. I find that things being fair between the good guys and the bad guys makes me most satisfied anyway. If you know, if I want to play something where I'm afraid I'm gonna die the whole time, I'll play something with zombies. So let's get out of here. And yes, that was never mind. Anyway, so let's check out Captain Reynolds' body. No, that's a rat's body. Let's check out Captain Reynolds' body once again. Yes, we picked up everything we could, I think. Journal. Yes, that's where quests are kept. But let's check out these guys' bodies. This is an assassin. That's all they call him. It is an assassin. Right. Okay, well, the Mythic Dawn robe and hood. I mean, we're definitely going to take at least one of those. Not because of the value, but because they're cool. And, oh, by the way, that is a Akaviri samurai sword, and yes, definitely we're going to be using that because I believe that it is better than the sword that we're using now. Yes, okay, so this one does 2 damage, this one does 3 damage, this one's also 8 weight units. I'm going to say pounds from now on. 8 pounds heavier, and doesn't weigh or isn't worth anything. Okay, so can you believe that they just left me here? They locked me out. I can't get out. I have to go through this back passage, which is definitely going to be more dangerous for sure. So let's, ooh, here's the thing. Rusty iron war axe. Rusty iron doesn't sound near as good as this Akaviri samurai sword. So what this pretty much serves as, guys, is this is the tutorial. It's going to teach us how to do all kinds of cool stuff, like shooting a bow and arrow. I just picked up some yarn. I don't really want any yarn. And there's another rat. Fortunately, there are everything down here that might be relatively dangerous isn't really relatively dangerous at all. Let's get the arrows. They don't weigh much of anything, and they're worth a lot. Rough leather boots. Okay, I'm a Nord. I'm a big character. I should probably wear heavy armor. I think that's probably what we'll stick with. So let's just leave that rough leather stuff here. But I do want to, now that you have arrows, pick up the bow and practice using it. Okay, we'll do that. Let's grab that bow. Let's also open up this chest. If you have a lock pick, you can try to pick most locks. Move the pick upward into a tumbler. When the tumbler reaches the top of the lock, press A to secure it in place. When all the tumblers are at the top, the lock will be open. Sweet. So it goes to the top. I press A and boom, it's open. Golden sapphire. So you can actually create your own, it wants me to shoot this bucket. I guess I will just to make it happier. Let's grab both of these. Let's shoot the bucket. Hold on. Now that you're ready to practice with your bow, the bucket near the well will make a good target. To draw and aim, pull the right trigger, release it when you're ready to fire. Okay, I have drawn, and boom. Okay, so nice shot. You can retrieve arrows from the world, as well as recovering some of the arrows you fire into enemies. Awesome. So we can actually go and, ooh, that's kind of a, that's a neat physics. So let me grab this arrow and see if it stays up there. Oh, I've never seen that before. Look at this. It got knocked up and landed on top of this little ledge here. That's hilarious. But yeah, so this was the first game I ever played where you could actually interact with the environment. A lot of games before this time were very one-dimensional. You couldn't react to the environment. But let's pick up this key. Lockpicks, don't need a club. It's kind of lame. And what's over here? What is this thing? Barrel full of, ooh, more arrows. Nice. Dagger? We don't need a dagger. And then we'll pick up some more lockpicks. So sweet. We got this. Just grab this key. Just so happens this thing is locked, but we can open it with the key that we just picked up. So nice, we can keep going. So the tutorial kind of explains how to use everything. Like here in a moment, we're going to be able to cast a spell. So to cast your selected spell, press the right bumper. If you want to change spells, press the B button to bring up your journal again. Okay, so let's choose. Yes. Go to the magic tab, and then we're going to choose Flare as our magical choice. And yes, we do want to use magic. It is a very strong source of damage dealing in this game. So there we go. That goes the rat. One shot and it's down. Is there another one in here, by the way? I vaguely remember there being a... I have played this tutorial, by the way, many times. And as weird as that might sound, yes, I'm still enjoying it. So let's pick up the lockpicks, obviously the weak potion of healing. And by the way, underneath that little coin, 46 value and only weighs half a pound. So that means it is 92 pounds or 92 value per pound. And generally I pick up things that are at least 10 gold, or I don't remember what the currency in this game is called, but 10 gold per pound. So that was actually a very valuable find, but we might actually use the objects that we find to heal ourselves. But check this out. All right, yes, these rats are running, but look at this. Now there is a zombie. Rats, could you guys go take care of that zombie, please? Hello? Pay attention. Okay, we'll just leave them alone. There is a zombie. Hello, zombie. Hi. Let's just burn him. I think that the undead are weak to fire magic, actually, so that works out very nicely. And in the middle of killing probably the most deadly thing down here, it says, oh, by the way, your magic is low. You should probably drink a potion or sleep to recover it. I think it recovers automatically, yes, over time. So, yes, that was a zombie. Yes, I actually mentioned zombies earlier in the game to get you thinking. Yes, there are zombies in Oblivion, although they're not like the end-all be-all of evil things and evil doers, but it is definitely a scary thing. So let's continue to make our way down here. I think the next portion of this is going to be sneak, and we're going to, oh! Okay, well, there's a rat there, but what's so cool about this game and many other games, especially made from Bethesda, is that time freezes whenever you open chests. Let's go ahead and open this, and grab this, and then there's a rat. There's two rats. Two rats. Oh, and I don't want this bow. I don't want this bow at all. I generally, the way I play the game is I like to just be a go in there and slice stuff with my sword kind of person. But being a sneaky person is very efficient, and you can do things very well like that. So we'll see. We'll see how we do. And by the way, how did I end up with 16 gold? I don't remember how I ended up with that much gold. I'm a prisoner. I shouldn't have any gold. Anyway, so let's destroy this guy. Takes 2 slices. This is, again, medium difficulty. I don't like playing games on very hard difficulty, or even, I mean, easy difficulty is cool because it's easier, but, oh, how many picks do I have? That is not going to work at all. I might have to shrink my face cam for this, but, let me see. Oh, that's not good at all. I guess once that one goes away, we know that we're in single digits for picks. I do remember that this particular chest is not worth it. And I don't want to run the, hey, hello, how you doing? I don't want to run the risk of actually running out of lockpicks down here. It's never a good thing to run out of picks. So let's grab, ooh, there's some food down here. Let me take that tomato. Let's take the lettuce. Let's take the cheese wedge. There's 2 gold just sitting down here. There is a rat. Hello, rat. How you doing? Sorry. I'm really sorry, but if you're gonna attack me, you gotta expect to die, okay? Here's some more cheese. Maybe you should have just went for the cheese, rat. There's a rusty iron helmet. Now, rusty iron doesn't sound all that good, but at the end of the day, it's better than what we have, which is sackcloth, right? So let's put on, let's grab that for sure. Let's put on the helmet because why not? And then let's try to find, I know there is some heavy armor somewhere around here. Maybe it's in here. Is it in here? No. Because I know that some chests in this game are going to be random. Like, if you play the game alongside me, and I recommend that you do, just for the fun of it, so that we can kind of talk about it together in the comments section of the video. But I do know that some of the loot in this area is set, and some of the loot is actually randomized, and then after that, most of it's randomized. So we'll just have to see. By the way, there is no way that I didn't find some rusty iron armor. I don't know, maybe I missed it. Maybe the rusty iron armor is up in there. I don't know why they'd make the rusty iron armor harder to find than the light armor, which was earlier, the rough leather or whatever it was called. So I'm just gonna avoid that. I don't really want to deal with an average size lock right now. It's very difficult to find. And by the way, I think there's some gold on a ledge here. Don't you get my way, sir. Okay, yeah, there's 2 gold on the ledge here. I've been playing this I've been playing the game Oblivion off and on my entire life. Actually, not long ago, and I'm talking about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I broke my foot playing basketball. Yes, I went in for the reverse layup, landed on my right foot, and broke my 5th metatarsal bone. That was just a bone in my foot, so I had to be on crutches for 6 weeks, and yes, I conquered the heck out of the game. I played Oblivion the entire time in my parents' basement, because I was in college at the time, living with them, going to junior college, and broke my foot, so I played the game Oblivion. I pretty much maxed it, finished it off. It was so much fun. I had a blast. But that is not what we're going to be enjoying today. We're going to be enjoying some blisterwort or whatever this stuff's called. Wisp stalk. Is that one? Yeah, that's all considered one thing. So I'm not very good at alchemy, and I do know that the alchemy system, and wow, that thing is bright red. That is nice. So we'll take that. Rat? Yep, that's what I thought. Hello! Hi! Do not do that, sir. So like I was saying, the alchemy system in the game is not as good as it is in Skyrim, I don't believe, and it's not something that I naturally do, but it is a way to get some fast value, because you pick stuff like Karen Bullet and Wisp Stalk or whatever, you make some potion that's worth a bazillion gold, and it's just a great way to get rich. So I'm going to be using alchemy more so as a way to get rich, and comparing to or as opposed to just a way to be able to do stuff. That was actually a hotkey thing. I'm probably going to need to hotkey certain things. Mostly what I do is I hotkey either some healing potions if I'm going into somewhere that's dangerous, or I will hotkey things like the sword and the bow and stuff just for the sake of making the combat a little bit smoother. And that's very common for everything, including Fallout 3, which again we've been playing on the channel. So that does it for this section. Obviously there are, look at this, skulls hanging from a string, so we don't want to hang out with whoever has this fire. By the way, no one's tending this fire, and it's still in pretty good shape, so obviously there's somebody nearby, so we need to be very careful. But I think I picked all the stuff that I can pick here, and so let's go. We're gonna go into what is now the natural caverns. I don't know what this thing was before, but now we're heading into the natural caverns, and if I remember correctly, there's probably somebody right here. We're getting into the part of the tutorial where stuff can go belly up if you're not careful. So let's check out this barrel, olive vest, and a quill. Neither one of those are important. Paintbrush, I can live without that as well. So let's keep going. Yes. Okay, so that goblin up here hasn't seen you yet. You may be able to sneak by him. To go into sneak mode, left click the left stick. And again, I'm playing on my Xbox. Notice when your crosshair changes to an eye while you are sneaking. Or notice that it does change into an eye while you're sneaking. If the eye is dim, no one can detect you. If the eye is bright, someone can detect you. So right now, the eye is very dim. You'll know when it's bright because it changes drastically. And since we are a Nord, we don't have a natural tendency towards sneak, then I want to just barely move. Oh, he sees me. Yep. So like I was saying, Nords are not really naturally sneaky, so that didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to. If I was maybe a night elf or maybe just a regular wood elf, that would have worked out better. But all right, so he was carrying a couple lockpicks. I don't know what he was doing with lockpicks, but that was awesome. Did I just find, oh, I thought that was a rock. Everybody tell me that looks like a rock in the comments. That definitely looked like a rock. Anyway, so let's continue to pick this random stuff. I think these are all, ooh, stinkhorn, nice. I think these are all the ingredients for some poisons, actually. And yes, you can actually create a poison, put it on your blade or on your next arrow, and do some extra damage on it. Again, I don't really normally go there, but it is something you can do. So wisp, stock, stink, horn. Here is a poison of illness, and then here is our first alchemy piece of equipment. There's actually 4 different pieces. This is the first one. Every single one that you get makes your potions and poisons you make a little bit better. So there we go, mortar and pestle. You have found a mortar and pestle. Equip it to create potions or poisons from ingredients with like effects. Your alchemy skill will make your creations more powerful. Also, I believe, and I'm not entirely sure because I'm, again, not very versed in alchemy, is that if you use those things, you learn more about them. Because look at this, if you were to take this rat meat, it says, yes, you can damage fatigue. You automatically and innately know that eating rat meat causes damage fatigue, but there's also 3 unknown effects, and I believe that as your alchemy skill increases, you become more wary of the world, and you're able to know what these things are. There's 4 different levels of expertise in this world, starting with novice, working your way up to apprentice, and then journeyman, and then finally you are a master. And oh, I was too fast. There we go. Let's open this baby up. So as your alchemy skill increases, you're more likely to know what things are going to do, and then you can mix ingredients a little bit better and make even more valuable and even more powerful potions. And by the way, you can see that goblin right here. He can't see us because we're in the dark. We're just so happen to be hidden from the guy. But right in front of him, as you can see, there is a line, and that line is actually a tripwire. And if you look right up there, there is a barrel with spikes on it. So if we manage, yes, this is a booby trap. If we manage to trip the wire, that thing might hit the goblin and actually kill him before he comes into contact with us. Now, it's not necessary to win the fight, but it sure is fun. So let's see, trip that, and boom! Yes, it barely nicked him, but it was enough to kill him. That was brilliant. So we always need to keep our eyes open so that we don't fall for those kind of traps. And this guy's holding a bear pelt. Yes, he killed a bear. This guy's probably a better fighter. He probably would have killed us, but luckily we're smarter than he is. So that was awesome. Now, don't touch those things. They can kill you. There's nothing up here. I always think there's a chest, but there is, by the way, a rib cage. You never know when you're going to find a rib cage useful, but I'm never going to find a rib cage useful because I know that we won't. So let's just avoid taking the rib cage. So continuing on, we have a dead rat. We don't need a dead rat. Just there's no point in having a dead rat. Also, there is, yes, we're hidden. Yes, yes, yes. There is a pile of wood. This pile of wood is definitely, oh, somebody sees us. Let's push the logs. And yes, there's a couple of goblins down here, and boom, boom, instant kill for the goblins. So this part of the little tutorial in the game is teaching you to pay attention to your surroundings and the area so that you can use the environment against your enemies or just avoid getting killed altogether. So we're gonna open that baby up, grab some arrows, some lockpicks. Yes, this game, I love this game. I love Oblivion. It's fantastic. So iron dagger. This is not a rusty dagger. You might as well take it. It's decent. So I think that's it. There is some food up here. So go ahead and take that. I'm surprised I haven't run into the rusty iron armor. I really am concerned and confused about that. But maybe I missed it somewhere. It's really not that big of a deal. So continuing on our merry way, there is an arrow. Somebody shot an arrow at me. We'll go ahead and take that. By the way, that was a huge winning point for Oblivion, that you could actually take stuff out of the environment. I think I've mentioned that before, but it's just a beautiful game, an amazing game, and I love what it's like whenever you get out of this place. And by the way, one lockpick, open this up, and yes, there are more in here, 4 iron arrows and a couple of lockpicks. And so the arrows work like obviously ammunition in Fallout, but the difference between an arrow and a bullet is arrows supposedly weigh more. So they weigh 0.1 pounds, and so you can actually max out your weight that you can carry on arrows, but it's worth it to pick up every arrow that you can because it is just a it's a good profitizer. Or if you use arrows on a regular basis, obviously you need ammunition. Yes, you didn't survive very long, my friend. Goblin Berserker, he didn't care. He was just berserking his way in. All right, so next step is the pit. So we killed that dude. I think there's another one over here and then possibly a third up there. But if we can manage to sneak over to that rock on a string, which doesn't make any sense why they would put the, okay, let's just open that. Yes, there are rats down in the bottom, and now, oh man, he's found us. He's coming for us. Nope, he's going back to the rats. Go take care of the rat problem. Don't worry about the human, just worry about the rats. So now the rats are gonna fight him. Oh wait, what are you doing? Okay, now they're coming to me. Brilliant. Okay, well then I'll kill you because you're a bad person. But there we go. There's kind of like the big boss of this tutorial, and that is the shaman. And the shaman staff is carrying is very valuable, or she's carrying. I'm not sure. Don't remember, but it looks like she's taking care of the rats down there. And, oh, hello, sir. What are you doing, goblin? No. Just stop it. Okay, so the goblin's dead. Take his gold. He must have thought it was pretty. And there is the goblin taking care of all of the rats. Let's go take care of the shaman. Oh, wait. Shaman, there's a rat behind you, dude. Let's lead the rat. I think if the rat's trying to get to us, then we need to lead the rat out of the gate. Whoa, that was lightning. What are you, Thor? Stop that. Yes, the goblin staff does have, or the shaman staff does have powers. So let's just take her out. She can heal, but she's got low defense, so it's easy to just wipe her out. So I think that was everybody in here. Now let's take all the stuff. Yes, this is a she, I believe. So she goblin, shaman, I'm gonna have your stuff. Flawed ruby. Let's grab this baby. Goblin's shaman staff, 188 value. That's actually pretty good. 18.8 value per weight unit. It's brilliant. Rat meat. No, I still don't care much for rat meat. And oh, I need to heal. I forgot about that. So let's put minor heal wounds on our hotkey. We're gonna put it down, and then continuing over. Actually, let's put our sword. Sorry. Let's put the sword to the left, and then let's put the bow on the right. And then let's put the steel short sword up there as well, because for reasons you'll find out. So let's continue, and there's nothing really left to do. I guess we can just take stuff. So over here, I believe it's in here. Is it in here? Yes, the iron longsword. That's actually the sword I like to use. I like using long swords. And by the way, we have found a repair hammer. Equip it to repair your weapons and armor using your armor skill. Damaged weapons and armor are less effective. And yes, you do damage your stuff by using it and getting hit, depending on whether we're talking about a weapon or armor. So it is wise to keep them in good repair. Yes, so taking as many repair hammers as possible is a good plan. There's 8 rat meat. We don't care about that. But we have 4 ale. We'll go and take the ale. That is valuable. And I believe that'll do it. So let's continue working our way through here. There is another nice pool of stuff. Yes, this is a Cauldron of Bones. Obviously, those guys weren't good fighters because it was relatively easy to take out these beginning level monsters. Well, let's open this baby up. This one's actually nice. This one thing in here that always confused me. Look, flawed sapphire, flawed topaz, 18 gold, a gold nugget, and repair hammer, but silver base. Like, I don't want that. You can keep the silver vase. I don't mind letting you have the silver vase. I just don't want it. It's just not worth it to me. And yet again, more skulls hanging from strings. These goblins are very crafty. And here's another skull hanging on a stick or stuck on a stick. And there's a hole to the outside. Now, too bad I can't jump up there, shimmy through the hole, but instead I have to go through this door, which is going to lead me to yet another, not bad guy necessarily, but we have to deal with the blades and with Emperor Septim. And here's a chest. Let's open this baby up. Boom, boom. And here we are. Imperial Subterrane. I think that's what that said. Clicked it a little bit too quick. Stolen goods you possess. Again, guys, like I said in the beginning, first time I ever played this game, I started just stealing stuff and killing people willy-nilly. That was not a good idea because you can actually get sent to jail in this game.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more of those bastards? We need to get the Emperor out of here.
Okay, so if you actually sit back, you can actually listen to one of their conversations. It's hilarious. But instead, we went ahead and approached because we ain't got no time for that.
It's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
As you wish, sire.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the 9, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
Actually, since I'm a Nord, I believe it's the 8. I might be backwards on that. But just because this is Emperor Uriel Septim, I think I'll just humor him. Yes, the 9, they guide us and protect us.
I've served the 9 all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
Alright, so now we get to finally do some customization of our character using these star signs. And these basically just give you an advancement in some of your stats. And so we'll quickly go through these. The Apprentice gives you 100 bonus to your magic, but gives you a weakness to magic, so that's not good. The Lady gives you a bonus to your willpower and endurance. Both of those are overlooked, I think, and they're important. So the Lady is actually a fantastic one. The Mage also just gives you a permanent 50 bonus to your magicka. That's really good. The Thief gives you 10 points to agility, speed, and luck. All those things are great for obviously a thief character. We're not going to be one of those. The Atronach or Atronach. Somebody in the comments let me know, by the way, how that is supposed to be pronounced. I've always thought it was Atronach, but I've heard people say Atronach. So we'll see. With the Atronach ability, you don't regain magicka over time, which is terrible. Instead, you have a 50% spell absorption to recharge your magicka. Your base magicka is also increased by 150 points. So this is a very game-changing one to choose. I don't like this one particularly because I do like the magicka over time, but it increases your base magicka by a ton, and you absorb some of the magicka sent after you if you're fighting a magic user, and that's really, really useful. So it's in the running as a choice, but not quite yet. The Lord is being born under the Lord gives you under the Lord, not unto the Lord. That's a whole different thing altogether. Being born under the Lord gives you the blood of the Nord lesser power to regenerate up to 90 points of health. However, you also gain the Trollkin curse, a permanent 25% weakness to fire. So that one's an interesting one. The Lover, use the Lover's Kiss to basically paralyze somebody for once a day. The Ritual, those born under the Ritual uses the Mara's Gift power once a day as a powerful restore health spell. The Blessed Word can turn the undead. Awesome, so you get some special stuff if you do that. The Serpent, you gain the Serpent spell to cause a slow but potent poison on your touch. This is once a day again, while simultaneously curing yourself and dispelling magic on yourself. Casting the spell costs 100 points of fatigue, so that one's interesting. The Shadow makes you, or gives you the ability to be invincible once a day for 60 seconds. The Speed gives you more speed, which makes sense. The Tower key power once a day. Open a door or container of average luck or less. The Tower Warden reflects 5 points of damage for 120 seconds once a day. That's actually a relatively weak one. And then lastly is the Warrior ability grants a bonus of 10 points to your strength and endurance. So the two that I really like is the Lady, because it does give you more willpower, which I believe alters the speed in which you recover your magicka, and then the endurance, which affects your health. So that's the amount of health that you have, the amount of HP. And then the warrior, which gives you 10 points to your strength and endurance. Again, endurance is HP. Strength is how much you can carry. So both of those are very, very important and very useful. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is, since I generally stick I don't do magic on a regular basis. I do like just going in and wrecking people. Is the warrior, because it does give us more strength, which gives us the ability to carry more stuff, and I like to carry stuff. So let's go ahead and choose this one and hit done. Are you sure you want to be born under the sign of the warrior? Yeah.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
Well, what about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the warrior shall prove a stalwart companion when fortune fades.
Can you see my fate?
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
But aren't you afraid to die?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
All right. Well, where to next?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Right.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
Thanks, Boris.
Take care.
All right. First of all, let's take... Nope, nothing of value there. Okay.
There's no time to talk now, prisoner. We've got to keep moving.
I wasn't trying to talk to you, son. You were glitching. Okay, so, yes, we rejoined with them and kind of proved that we're worth having around. They're okay with us coming with us now, and, unfortunately, the Emperor believes he's going to die soon, which is very sad indeed. Here's a chest. Iron arrow, lockpick. I don't know how many times I've done this tutorial, but only recently have I actually noticed this chest. For the most part, I usually just stuck with them. I don't need to go around that direction. I can actually just come right straight down to here. Here is a blade, and they're very proficient at killing them, so that works out good in my favor, because then I can just run around looting their dead corpses and taking their potions, because fortunately for me, these guys, the blades, do not actually care about looting the corpses. Let's take this, and then there's nothing there, and then I feel like there was something I missed. Apparently I did not. Okay, so let's keep going. There's nothing here. I really thought that, ooh, here's a door. Interesting. I've never seen that door before. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Here's another dead one. I mean, they say, yes, help us take them out, but honestly, they do not. They basically one-shot these guys if they really try hard. So, yeah, see, they take care of him. And then the Emperor is actually a pretty formidable fighter as well, so it's not bad. Continue fighting these guys, or not fighting. We're going to continue stealing dead stuff off of these people. And chest. Nice. Perfect. Now, if you try to talk to any of these guys, mostly what they say is, not now, prisoner, or we need to keep going. They don't really have anything to do with me. They don't really care to know who I am. Let's go to the door of the sanctum. Uriel's Septim is a direct descendant of Tiber Septim, who conquered all of Cyrodiil.
I don't like this. Let me take a look.
Should we wait here? Should we go help him?
Looks clear. Come on. We're almost
Okay, I guess we're good. Keep an eye open.
Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
So they're locked in. Obviously somebody's here. It's barred from the other side. So they're gonna come through this back passage. Now they act like they're in this big old hurry, but then they start walking everywhere they go. It's really annoying. But I think they're in caution right now.
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
For the Emperor!
We'll get to fighting, kids. Let's go.
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
No, 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 no. Hey, hey. No, the Emperor's dead. All right. All right. No. No, 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 no. Boris.
We failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
The Emperor gave the Amulet of Kings to me.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
I have to take it to Joffrey.
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
Because there's another heir.
Nothing I ever heard about, but Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
Okay. How do I get there?
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial city. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
Sewers.
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced knight. Am I right?
All right. Well, guys, we just experienced the death of Emperor Uriel Septim. Supposedly, he's got another heir. He's got another son, and I need to take the Amulet of Kings to him. But first, we get to customize our character once again. Now, I've never been... So what he does is he watches what you do and how you level, and then he guesses as to what your class should be. And I've never been told knight. I've always been told that I'm supposed to be a bard, which is very interesting. So we'll look at what a knight is. But first, quest completed, tutorial. You must now choose your class. The major skills of your class will start higher than other skills. You will increase your level by raising these major skills. Interesting. Okay, so a knight. Specialization combat is what that says. Favorite attributes, strength and personality. That works. I like to be a good, good personality character. Major skills: block, illusion, heavy armor, blunt, blade, speechcraft, and hand-to-hand. Okay, so that is not at all what I want to do. So let's hit custom class, and we're going to choose one or the other. Choose your specialization. Specialized skills get +10 and increase faster. So if you choose combat, it allows you to progress more quickly in the skills that you use: armor, athletics, blade, block, blunt, hand-to-hand, and heavy armor. Next is magic, and that's all the different magic that you can use. Stealth is acrobat, light armor, marksman, mercantile, security, sneak, and speechcraft. Now, I do like stealth a lot, but combat is it seems to be a little harder to level up, or at least that's the one I want to choose. Let's go ahead and choose combat. Now I can choose 2 favorite attributes. Now these things, I haven't actually explained these things, but this is the special stats that, like in Fallout 3, you get to choose where you put your points, Well, this is the same thing. So strength will change and affect how much, okay, it actually affects how much fatigue you have. That's interesting, I didn't know that. It also determines how much damage you do with swords and axes. It governs the skills of blunt blade and hand-to-hand, so strength is very good. Intelligence affects how much magicka you have, and also governs the skills of alchemy, conjuration, and mysticism. Now, the whole governs the skills of terminology doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, but I'll explain it in a moment. Willpower also affects how quickly you regenerate your magicka, so yes, I mentioned that earlier, and also how much fatigue you have, so that's interesting. Governs the skills of destruction, alteration, and restoration. So willpower is very, very important. Next is agility. It affects how you maneuver and balance and your total fatigue, and damage done by bows. So if you're a bow user, you want to use agility. It governs the skills of security, sneak, and marksman. Very, very good. Speed determines how fast you move on the map. There's an actual change in how fast you move by increasing your speed. It also governs the skills of athletics, light armor, and acrobatics. Next, we have endurance. It affects how much fatigue you have, your health, and how much health will increase when you sleep and raise levels. So that is very, very important to get endurance up as fast as you can, because that overall, as you progress in the game and as you level up, it'll change how much health you have. It'll increase based on how much endurance you have, which is very good. Governs the skills of block, armor, and heavy armor. Endurance is huge. Personality is also very, very important. It affects how much people like you, which, as you all know, the better people like you, the better off you will be in life. It also leads to better information gathering, and that will come indeed handy in the game. Governs the skills of speechcraft, mercantile, and illusion. And then lastly is luck, which has effect on everything you do, but governs no skills. So what I think would be probably the best thing for us would be definitely to choose endurance, and then also I'm going to choose personality. So that actually I think is the same as what it was already set up, but I'm going to gain 5+ to all of those, and I don't know, a lot of health, just be able to take a lot of hits, and also personality to be a smooth talking son of a gun. So let's continue. And then lastly, we get to choose 7 major skills. Now, if we go back, and if I hit back button, these things, so let's just simply strength, okay? Governs the skills of blunt, blade, and hand-to-hand. If we hit continue, blunt is the use of axes and maces and hammers and things. So what happens in this game is whenever you level up, you get to choose I believe 2 different attributes. It might be 3, I could be wrong on that. I think it is 2 though. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and played this game lately, but you get to choose what skills you actually increase, or what overall attributes get to increase. So strength, speed, etc. So as you play the game, as you say use a sword, you will actually increase your strength over time. You'll actually so the more you do things in the game, the more you'll actually level up that particular attribute or the major skill. And then that skill is governed by a specific attribute. So for instance, if you only sneak, and you sneak so much that you are able to actually level up, then whatever governs sneak, which I believe is agility, so agility will gain the biggest bonus when you level up, as long as you choose it. That's the kicker. So what we're going to do, and this is just if you want more information on this, there's probably plenty of ways to learn and read on this online, is I'm going to choose 1, because I've got to pick. Actually, if I continue again, I get to choose 7 major skills, and there are in fact 7 of these attributes. So I'm going to pick 1 from each of these to make sure that I can balance my character based on how I feel like it, based on their major skills. And so the first thing we're going to do is go with strength, and this is governed by blunt, blade, and hand-to-hand. No, of those 3, most important to me is blade, so we're going to go ahead and choose blade. Then we'll back out, we'll go to intelligence. This one governs alchemy, conjuration, and mysticism. So because I can control alchemy the best and probably use that one the most, I'm going to go ahead and choose alchemy. That one will govern intelligence. Continuing on, willpower, destruction, alteration, and restoration. Now, destruction's very useful, but probably not the one I'll use the most. Restoration's probably the one I'll use the most, to be completely honest. So let's go ahead and choose restoration, and that's good. Now next is agility. We get to choose between security, sneak, and marksman, and I think having a better sneak will probably end up benefiting us the most, but it's very easy to level sneak. Security is being able to pick locks and things, so maybe we should pick lock, or do lock picks. Govern the skill of security, sneak, marksman. That's hard to choose, guys, but I think I'm going to go ahead and choose security. Let's just read this and actually use lockpicks to open locked doors and containers. Yeah, so the higher that goes, the easier it will be. Let's go ahead and choose that. And then that was agility. Speed is athletics, light armor, and acrobatics. Now, I do know that running around, just simply running around on the map, increases your athletics, and that's good because you want to have good speed. Acrobatics is jumping. I'd actually jump less than I probably run. And then light armor, I've already chosen that I'll probably be a heavy armor wearer, so choosing that wouldn't make any sense. So let's go ahead and choose our athletics, okay? And then lastly, or second to lastly, endurance, and that's choosing block, armor, or heavy armor. So there's two of them that I really like on this one. That's armor and heavy armor. So if we choose armorer, maintains weapons and armor at top efficiency, worn weapons and armor are less effective. So as you use the repair hammer that we picked up earlier, you can actually fix our stuff, and we can actually make it better. Now, there comes a point if you level armor that you only have to carry one repair hammer and it never breaks. Otherwise, yes, you will break them and you have to gather more repair hammers. So having a strong and high level of armor is actually very, very beneficial. The other choice would be heavy armor. And having a high level of heavy armor, basically what it does is it makes it better armor. You learn how to move to make it work better for you. But once you become a master of heavy armor, the actual weight of the armor disappears that you're wearing. So that means that if you're wearing 60 pounds of armor, if you become a master of heavy armor, it doesn't weigh anything anymore and you can carry more stuff. So it's a choice. What do we want to do? Do we want to only have to carry one repair hammer, or do we want our armor to weigh nothing? And I think because I have, for the most part, chosen heavy armor, I think that this time we'll choose armorer just for the sake of variety for me. And then lastly is personality. So the governs the skills of speechcraft, mercantile, and illusion. And I think that's an easy choice because honestly, if money's not that hard to find, is speechcraft, so that we have a higher ability and a higher chance of being able to persuade people. So let's go ahead and hit that and hit continue. So that was everything, and then we get to choose a name. I normally name it I don't even know what I normally choose, but we're gonna just go ahead and call it adventurer because that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're going to conquer the world. Create adventurer class, yes. And it actually took the picture of the knight, which is the one we had chosen whenever we hit the X button for creating a custom class. So that's what I want to be. I want to be an adventurer. Let's just double check. Specialization, combat, favorite attributes, endurance, and personality. Major skills, alchemy, armor, athletics, blade, restoration, security, and speechcraft. All those covering all the major attributes. So perfect. Let's go. Are you sure? Yes.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
Awesome. So after the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
Yes, I understand.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed.
What about you? What are you gonna do?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
Okay, so this is the downloadable content. All these are different notifications that are basically allowing us to access the marker to start the DLC, downloadable content. I've got it all because it's an older game and I've got the collector's edition. So these are gonna be popping up as we go. I'm not gonna sit and read all of them, but there's a bunch of good ones. So let's hit continue. So basically what just happened is this poor guy died from basically a secret door. Somebody jumped out. I was frozen in place because my character's a pansy and he gets killed. I before that got the Amulet of Kings because this guy's a brilliant man. I'm not able to loot his body, by the way. He is holding a silver short sword that's valuable, but if I hit search, yes, he says don't touch that. So Boris, he says, okay, you need to get the Amulet of Kings to Joffrey. He is in Wayne Priory near Coral. We're far away from Coral. Probably not gonna do that very soon, but I would like to do that. But before I do that, and by the way, he took my sword. I no longer have a sword. If I pull out, I've got my hands. I don't have a sword. So what I do need to do is let's choose this iron longsword, and I'll actually put it on my hotkey there. So there's my sword, not near as pretty as the one that I had before. Also, Glenroy, who unfortunately passed away in the final battle down here in the prison. He was holding 2 gold. Not a very wealthy guy, or at least doesn't take a lot with him. And then the dead bodies that these guys created, they're gone. I really thought that maybe I'd be able to get a few more potions, because these Dawn guys seem to have a lot of gold or a lot of potions, but unfortunately not. So let's just get going. This one's dead. I already looked at. No, I didn't. Okay, potion of night eye. Ooh, I can see in the dark. That's useful stuff. Giving my computer screen's actually not all that light. So let's run straight over the Emperor's body. Boris, thanks for the help, my friend. Sorry that, you know, that happened and all that good stuff. So let's continue making our way out. And yet again, another way to get out. We're underneath the city right now, so we need to continue. And lastly is a very easy chest. Now, I did increase my security skill, I think, if I remember. Is that what I chose? I don't know. But so that should continue to improve and increase our efficiency at lockpicking. And lastly, here we go. Let's get out of here. Exit to the sewers. And there's a lot of nothing in the sewers, honestly. If I remember right, I'll just make my way straight out of here without having to bother. Here's another one of the DLC. I'll just walk straight through it. Once we're strong enough and good enough and in the right area, we'll actually do most of these DLC. Also, so 4 of the DLC are actually, you know, houses that we can actually go get, but I don't have near the money to take advantage of that. So we'll just continue to skip on through these. There is there's food on this far side. Cheese wheel. That's a lot of cheese. I probably shouldn't be eating all that cheese. Oh, here's some flour. We'll take that flour for the fun of it. And then what's in here? There's a chest, arrows, and lockpicks. Honestly, we don't need any of this stuff, but it is kind of fun to get. And then lastly, before we do make our blitz trip out of here, is there anything? Nope, don't want to be in the sewer water. That's gross. That's nasty. Get me out of here, please. Please get me out of here. Please get me out of here. There we go. There is a gold right here. Let's take that. And yeah. All right, so let's continue getting the heck out of here. There is one rat. Sometimes this rat decides not to attack me. Sometimes it does. But look at that. I'm wearing heavy armor. Am I really? I don't know where the rusty iron went. Like, I don't know where the armor went. If I missed it, somebody is probably going to let me know in the comments with a very, very unhappy tone. But hey, that's okay, because where we're going directly after the sewer, I guarantee we'll have armor or something that we can use. So this is the, oh, hello. No, sir. All right, so this is the exit that we have been looking for, and it is to redemption. It is to freedom for the first time in our life. Now, if I hit this button gate to the city aisle, if I hit that, it kind of does the same thing that it did on Fallout 3, where it says, before you leave, you can change your character. So I could potentially change all these things, but I actually finished it, set it all up the way I wanted it to. So let's go ahead and leave the sewer and enter the real world. Oh, I didn't know that. An expert on block has a chance of knocking back a recoiling opponent. That's pretty awesome. I don't really normally work on block all that much. I probably should, because I do block a decent amount whenever I'm facing a pretty strong opponent. But, you know, not something I focus too much on. But here is the world. Please get out of my way, sir. All right, here is the world. That was actually telling me something. It wants me to follow the red arrow. If you look at the bottom, that little compass, yes, it is sending me west, which is to Wayne and Priory. But yes, this is the world of Cyrodiil, guys. I'm super, super excited to get out there and explore the place. It's a beautiful place. That direction there, that is the city that we just escaped the prison from. Good thing nobody will recognize us when we go to that city next. But first, before we do anything else, it is time to go dungeon diving. Yes, we just came out. That is a beautiful mountain up there, by the way. I think this game looks beautiful given how old it is. Just an amazing game. I love this game so much. And this is obviously, this is an Xbox 360 game, so there's no mods running. It's just a beautiful game, period. So anyway, this is Cyrodiil, and we're gonna have ourselves an absolute blast. But before we do, we need to go dungeon diving. We're gonna go into that place, which I believe is called, I don't even know what it's called, but I don't really care. We're gonna go explore that place. There's something very valuable down there that starts a very long-winded quest, and I cannot wait to get that thing started. But I believe that is enough for today. That is gonna do it for us. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching and enjoying this new series on the channel of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that like button if you did. Subscribe and join the Klaus family if you have not done so already for a daily Clash or daily gaming videos and streams. Habit kicks in. I usually play Clash of Clans. But well, that is it for us. I love each and every one of you, and as always, I'll see y'all again next time.